Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Mikulowski from ForexLive.com. Today's date is November 15, 2023. This is the Kickstart video where I take a look at three of the major currency pairs: the Euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, the sterling versus US dollar. So let's get started. We had lower than expected PPI and inflation data, and with looking at the revisions in the retail sales, they were a little bit better than expected. So mixed sort of data in the US. The high price that we saw in trading here today moved up toward the high price from yesterday, and found willing sellers are starting to rotate back to the downside and below the 50% midpoint. That 50% midpoint, if I go to the 4-hour chart here, is of the move down from this high going back to the month of July to the low price that we saw in the month of October. 50% came in at 1.08613, and yesterday after the CPI data, the price surged to the upside, getting above both 100 and 200-day moving averages in the process, 1.0791 and 1.0803 currently, and rotated above the 50% retracement. We tried to stay above that level in trading here today, but have since rotated back to the downside over the last 8 or so hours of trading, maybe helped by tamer than expected UK inflation data sort of pushed the euro to the downside along with it, and the data in the US is sufficiently mixed enough to increase the dollar buying here. Also helping the dollar is higher rates after yesterday's plunge yesterday, which saw yields move down 20 basis points, 12 basis points, things like that across the curve. The 2-year yield is now up 5.5 basis points. The 10-year is up 5.3 basis points. So we are seeing a rebound in U.S. yields, which may be helping to push the U.S. dollar a little bit to the upside here in trading here today. But however, in this currency pair, what we do have to remember is that the price still remains above the 100 and 200-day moving averages. That's the green and the blue line here overlay on the 4-hour chart. Again, between right above and below the 108 level. So if the price were to rotate further to the downside, we're currently trading at 55. I would expect that we'd get buyers to come in. We'll be watching the 50% retracement level on the top side now for close resistance clues. The market traded above and below it, as I said, over the last 8 or so trading hours, less than that. But we are just below the level right now, and if we can stay below that level, that would give the seller some intraday reason to perhaps take some profit from yesterday's sharp move to the upside and push the euro versus US dollar to the downside in sympathy perhaps with the higher rates in trading here today. We'll see. But if we do get back above the 61 level, then all bets are off, and we look toward the 1.0878 level on the top side for the next target. The level corresponds with this high, and then we start to look toward the highs of the day, things like that. We're kind of in that nowhere's land right now in the euro versus US dollar. Okay, let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next, and what we are seeing a rebound back to the upside in the dollar versus yen, helped by those higher rates and the maybe better than expected retail sales in trading here today. The price is trying to move back above the 200-hour moving average in this swing area. You can see how this swing area going back in time, we had a swing high here, swing highs right here, and moved to the upside and then came back down toward that level on this fast move down, and then rebounded and then broke through it. So now we're on the downside of it. And then more recently, we've used that level as support right here and here, and on our way to the upside and trading. Yesterday, the price did stall near that level, stall near the 200-hour moving average before moving lower and then retraced toward it and trading here today. 1-2, now trying to move above it. Watch this area between 150.71, 150.77. Stay above that level, and we could see further move back to the upside here for this current currency pair. By the way, the low price in trading here today stalled ahead of the 150 level down here at near the 98 level. I have it at 98 because it was an old high going back in time. But we basically stalled at 150, rotating back to the upside. We'll see if that momentum can continue. If we move back below the 150.71 level, we'll look toward 150.54. And if we get below that 50% retracement level, then it should open the door to the downside for this currency pair. So buyers and sellers battling out near the 200-hour moving average and swing area. I mentioned that the UK CPI came in a little bit weaker than expected, and that has helped to push the price back to the downside. Technically, the price did move up close to the 100-day moving average. That's the blue line of chart at 1.2512 in trading yesterday, and backed off a little bit, and we're seeing the further selling as a result of the CPI data. We did move below, or trying to move below this swing area in this pair. I'm going to zoom in here to get a better view of it. That swing area comes between the 1.2435 and 1.2449 level, and it corresponds with different swing levels going back to this period right through here. So we'll be watching that level in the short term, also the 38.2% retracement of the move down from this high going back to the month of July to the low that we saw in the month of September. 38.2 comes in at 1.2458. That maybe a close resistance level for this pair as well. The 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart is also in play, as you can see that green line in this chart. So there you have it, a look at 3 of the major currency pairs to kickstart your trading day. I hope it's helpful for you as you get your feet under you. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.